Hi everybody, and welcome to soccermag.com. I'm the MoneyMan. I've got Moneyball to my right, to your left, and Moneyboy to my left and your right. Nice to have some sort of focus on the Premier League after one game. Not much, still very blurry, but you know, some interesting observations to make after the weekend.
Yeah, I think it's always such a funny time because there's so much speculation come the start of the season, and people are like, there's there's still 37 weeks to go, but people are going to look at some of the results and be up in arms, about United and Burnley, and at the end of the day, it's probably going to go very similarly to how it's gone the last, decade.
Well, very much like everybody was writing Holland off after the first Community Shield game last year.
Yeah.
So, it's... don't choke on the food that you're eating. It's only a small bite. And let's focus on this week. First game up, I believe, is Nottingham versus Sheffield.
Yeah, it's a thrilling start to the weekend.
I think that's pretty similar to what we were saying last week with Everton and Fulham. Not going to be the most exciting game at all. Arsenal were pretty dominant against Nottingham Forest, and Sheffield Palace... Forest at home, they'll take advantage of being at home. They need points this season, and I think at home they'll be going for it.
They were good last year.
They were good at home last year. Sheffield, I think they're going to take this opportunity because they're not going to get a lot of opportunities to win. So I think them going to Forest, even though it's away from home, I think they're still going to go for it. I think it'll be... I'm going to go 2-1 Forest.
Yeah, I like Forest in this game. The fact that they weren't an easy win for Arsenal on the weekend. They were terrible away last year, strong at home, and they'll be looking for these 3 points definitely. And these are the ones they were marked on the calendar to win. So I'm going to say 3-1 Forest.
Yeah, I don't think there's going to be as many goals as you guys think, and I mean I did win last week.
As a millennial, all he needs constant validation, likes, loves, and whatever else. So don't give him a thumbs down. It takes a week of therapy to get him out of that funk. So yeah, he did win last week. He got 7 out of 10. Moneyball got 6, and MoneyMan, I got 6 as well. So it's not bad. It's excellent from you,
Thanks.
But it's also good from us as well.
Yeah,
Start to the season.
But I just think with when you talk about home ground advantage, with no disrespect to the qualities of Nottingham and Sheffield, I think when you go for these kind of lower table teams, that home ground advantage actually means a little bit more, when your teams don't necessarily have that strike force to go away from home and win. So I do like Forest at home. I just don't think there's going to be that many goals. I'm going to put down a 1-0 to Forest.
Okay, thanks for that. Next up, we have Fulham versus Brentford. Fulham taking all 3 points away at Everton, but a bit lucky. Everton pumped 19 shots at them. Brentford 2-2 draw with Tottenham and could have won it if they'd have taken advantage of their goal-scoring opportunities. What do you think of this game?
I think that Fulham, they actually conceded like you said, they conceded quite a lot of chances. They were actually pretty lucky to win in that game because there was a disallowed goal by Michael Keane, I think, that should have stood. Bernd Leno was kind of got an opportunity there to get away with it. I think also Dan Juma had a late 1-on-1 with the keeper where the keeper was outside the box basically, and he missed the target. Yeah. So it easily could have been 2-1 to Everton there. So I don't think Fulham are looking too good. Yeah. I think offensively Brentford are looking, Visser and Mbeumo are combining really well. I think I'm going to go 2-0 Brentford, even though they're away from home.
Interesting.
A lot of goals in this game, this fixture typically. Ollie?
I think this game's got like a 1-0, a 1-all written all over it. I think, Brentford definitely...
Well, it does on my paper, so I'm just wondering how
I definitely think Brentford, higher scoring capacity, but I think Fulham at home, does give them an extra goal. I think it's going to be a little bit of a scrappy game. Not much more to say than I think it's just going to be 1-all.
Yeah, I've got a 1-0 prediction here, so I'm not going to get too much into it other than at the college, Fulham always going to play tough, and Brentford should get a goal, should be 1-1.
Yeah.
Next up, Liverpool versus Bournemouth.
Yeah, if we don't take 3 points at home against
Might as well write
Bournemouth.
off the season.
Yeah. And I think, this is the kind of game where we want to also get that goal difference, start filling that account up a little bit, you know?
Well, unfortunately, Scott Parker isn't coaching Bournemouth, so I don't know if you're going to repeat the 9-0 that happened last year.
Yeah.
But you did lose to Bournemouth away.
We did.
1-0, so. Look, Bournemouth's that niggly team, isn't it? That teams like Liverpool tend to drop points. But I don't see it happening this week. Like you said, they've got to win. They don't have to do anything, but they should win this game. And I think 3-1 I've got written down. Only your prediction?
I'm going to go 3-1 as well.
Yeah, I think that...
Hardly surprising.
I know last week I predicted them to beat West Ham and they didn't, but they came back from 1-0 down pretty well. I don't know, they're one of those teams where you think that you're going to dominate them, but I think for some reason this season, I don't think they're going to be as much of a walkover as last year. I'm worried about Liverpool's defense on the counter, but I still think Liverpool will have too much. Like I think 3-1 is good.
Okay, so we're actually in all agreement on 3-1.
Yeah. I do think we're going to see a bit of a trend with Liverpool against weaker sides where, because of the dynamic of how they have to play, which is going to be a full-on attack, you're going to see these high sort of goal line, high sort of goal ratios. But I think teams that don't have particularly strong attacks aren't going to cut Liverpool apart in the same way that like a City or an Arsenal potentially would. It's like I think they're going to be under the pump too much to actually, their chance of scoring will be on, like you're saying, on a counter attack or something like that.
Yeah, the danger is that if Liverpool don't score early enough, say it gets to the second half and it's 0-0 or it's 1-1, I think that's when Liverpool are in trouble because that's when everyone starts pushing up. And that's exactly what they'll want. They'll want Liverpool to commit bodies up so that they can have, one long ball and one-on-one with Alisson, which has happened a lot of times. I think we even saw against Chelsea, Alisson was put in one-on-one situations way too many times to be comfortable.
Yeah, I agree.
But yeah, I think Liverpool should take this one.
Yeah, so we're all agreeing on that. The next one's easy because the match is postponed because Luton still building a media centre to accommodate Premier League requirements. We have Wolves versus Brighton. Brighton look full value, 4-1. It seems like they're in the same stride they were last year.
Wolves were robbed.
Wolves, that was definitely a penalty in my opinion. The goalkeeper came out all
I got clapped.
And he's got, didn't even get a foul.
Yeah, just another day in the office for United, I guess.
They look very unimpressive against Wolves, or Wolves look more impressive.
Glory.
I think with all the changes at Wolves, they certainly punched above their expectations. And like you say, they had their chances. They looked composed. Wonder how long that can last for.
They definitely did a lot more than I gave them credit for. I think I was backing them to do really badly.
I think we all were, though. I think, evidence has suggested that they would. So
I think also Man United just played way worse than we thought they were going to play. I think with the ball, they struggled to even to get any sort of momentum. They were giving the ball away way too much. And also they conceded over 20 shots on goal, which is pretty insane, considering it's Wolves who we didn't back at all to do well.
Yeah.
I think Brighton, though, they completely destroyed Luton. I think Brighton will take this one, though. I'm thinking 2-1 Brighton.
Yeah, I love Brighton.
Yeah.
Look good.
Yeah.
Wolves haven't changed. They've lost so many players. Nothing's improved other than their decent performance against a Man United side, and that's more down to Man United's ineffectiveness than Wolves' status as a Premier League side. What do you think?
Definitely agreement with you guys that Brighton take this. I'd like to say a draw, given kind of what Wolves showed us and the fact they're playing at home. But I do think Brighton are a stronger outfit than we may actually make them out to be. I do think they're going to be a few more goals, so I'm going to go with the same scoreline as Dill, 2-1 to Brighton.